You'll pay.
Steady as stone.
Go as play. Service to the smile. Coming through.
As a good knight should.
You got. Me.
I must leave no stone unturned.
That's cheating.
Barbados, guide us. Leave it all to me. I must leave no stone unturned.
tired. Coming through. I'll race you there! You got me.
Leave it all to me.
Barely a scratch.
It is as the stars foretold.
I swear by my sword.
Let me scry.
Not so hard. Go as planned.
Steady as sto- on you. Odious fate.
This flame! Barely a scratch! Barely a scratch! I cannot give up!
Leave it all to me.
Go, go, Berry Bunny! Barbados, guide us!
I must leave. Time to clean up.
Go as one!
Wow! Besides the Abyss Sword, seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hide.
There are no coincidences in the world. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the rather, they are both branches.
Branches?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed.
Huh? Conria? Really? The Abyss Order and... Oh. Speaking of right. As your Huh? You have memories of being there. But...
Is that so? Well, everyone but if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Conria you saw, what was...
So that's the complete story, huh?
I see. So your...
It seems your brother woke up first.
And then your brother told you that the destruction of Conria plunged the whole world in...
The destruction of Conria?
That destruction you witnessed, that's... It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your brother must have understood this world better than you did, because he woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who...
Oh, Paimon knows this.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you... But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat...
Ah, if that's the... Before going to Mondstadt, you had just... So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria, so you could find your brother? Oh, yeah.
I probably know more. Conria was it was a powerful nation, built...
A nation?
Later events unfolded just as you remember.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon... The pride of humankind was uprooted.
How could that be? The history book...
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving.
ruin guards and Dane was just saying how these ancient machines... So...
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. These ruin guards were known as field tillers by the people.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code name. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood.
Fought for with steel and blood?
After the destruction of Canria, these masterless, they wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other
That sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, but no matter their past, all that
No one escapes my sights!
Leave it all to me.
Delved into destiny! Written in the stars! Shadows...
I must leave now.
No escape! I swear by my sword!
Let me scry.
Go as one! Bet you can't keep up with me! I'll race you there!
Delve into destiny.
Barbados, guide us. Go as one!
Steady as...
Let it rain. Go as one!
Huh? This abyss maze dropped its...
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. Perhaps it really does contain information about...
But Paimon can't read the...
Engulf the faith of the enemy in flame, and bring...
What? Is that what it's...
Loom of Fate, the Abyss, it seems like they are still launching the operation.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literal? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super like... So Dane, what message...
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan...
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and though you may not have been aware of it at the time.
Last time it was... Will the Abyss Order use their...
No. They won't just corrupt Osile's...
Is that... So wait! The Abyss Order wants to make some sort of...
Very few people to... Only the Abyss Order, the talisman's message and the new core that shall
The eye of the very first...
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting...
Yes. Thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to...
Oh boy, the Abyss... Since no one knows... Yeah! That tone...
The cathedral.
Huh? What's...
Nothing. Let's... A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. But how aware of this was the animal?
Faith doesn't ask for anything...
As long as the god...
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! And actually, the animal arc...
I never
Huh?
You are the honorary... Having me tag along would only make them... Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any... When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the god. That's enough about that. While we...
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and out.
I should warn you about what the Church of Favonius... Also...
Anything the Knights can do.
Honorary Knight. I have... but I should first make it clear.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just... Oh, we're here to ask some questions about some...
What's that?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that!
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, a long time ago, there was nearly every member of the church in the church's records. Of course.
Nothing? Sorry, Barbara.
Other strange stories.
The tyrant's final fear?
Oh, this referred many, many years ago.
Balls of fire raining from...
People at that time believed it was this strange phenomenon continued. Right. Well, perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident...
It's okay.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters.
Those
monsters that tried to attack
Wasn't that the Abyss Order?
Indeed. Their gathering in Wolvendom caused... Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also be...
Then I will...
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your...
But you're also a...
Right! We'll go give Master Jean a...
Oh, okay. But please, everyone, be careful. May the...
I see. This could very well have something to do with...
But what is the Abyss Order going to...
No, that's not like... Unlike Osile, who was just today, it is just... The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit...
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Fate is upon you. Shadows of fate. Wind, hear me. I must leave no stone up. Delves into death.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemy...
Yeah, let's...
I'm...
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with Wolf. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. Besides, you're the one people like. There's nothing special. It's just my opinion. But a word, you shouldn't place too much trust in them. Even if the god in question...
Don't trust them and...
Lest I repeat the fate...
Huh?
The destruction of the nation of Conwell.
Up, there he goes. What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. At the rite of dissension in Leah...
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order so we can...
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order and Boreas...
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already...
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas, this god's spirit. Okay, be careful.
Barbados, guide us.
you.
You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of... If you serve us... Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? Oh no! Is this the same?
Wolves never surrender. But this can't go on.
No matter how many... Bow before the abyss!
Leave it all to...
Go as one! Let me scry.
Wind, hear me. Decided by destiny.
It's a roar!
Go as one!
As a dutiful maid would.
Go as one!
Shadows of fate. I swear by my sword.
The end will come!
Barely a scratch.
The end is nigh! Searching
Go as one!
Let it rain.
all life will perish!
Delve into destiny.
The world will fall!
Go as one!
I must leave no stone unturned.
The world will fall!
Let me
The
scry.
end is nigh! The world will fall! Surging tide! The end
Hear me.
come!
Barely a scratch.
ceremony. How does an old spirit... No matter. This is but a...
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupa, but still...
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial. But... Scary, I too didn't see that...
Wait! So you mean...
Thank you. You smell...
No, we heard about the date. Besides coming to help. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. It entered into my... but it could not. I eventually damaged it greatly.
By the sounds of it,
Yes, it could spin, leap up.
fireballs? Hey, anyway, this pretty much proves that the first... It sounds like the first one was... But in this story, it was damaged at the proof...
Don't know. But...
Yes, you were a big help! We need to keep investigating something super important.
Yes, I smell... more. You too. Also.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane! Dane, there you are! Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I see. Well then, we can more or less figure...
Huh? Really?
That information combined with a more For example, the old story... Exactly. The strange story told...
Ah, Paimon gets it! After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered. Then, whenever anyone got... Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many...
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers too! We... This is it, right? Ooh, so what did you see? Huh?
This requires another using elemental sight on a field. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow!
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first. All of the ruin guards today are just...
Prototype?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the and this newly born god will have the yes.
Then, what should we do?
No. I'll...
Huh? You?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not... No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the church...
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid... We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! Well...
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. I'll make sure it doesn't get away.
after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled
You are just as vexed. I sense your soul. Oh, then we are the same. We're...
It is your words that for time to silence.
Delve into death. Let me leave my space.
Leave it all to me. I must leave no...
That's cheating. Barbados, guide us. Go as one. Delve into destiny. Let me scrub. Shadows of fate. No one escapes my sights. Decided by destiny. Barely a scratch.
Steady us.
boy! Could that be?
Lumine.
Wait! He just blocked an attack. Your brother? And...
Lumine. Why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh? Your brother?
Ether. Wait.
What's going on here? Dane knows him?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Ether.
But it must be said. That man Dainsleif was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him, to forever wander the—
You're saying Dane is from Conria? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the and the whole thing about Dane being your
Yes, of course. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no— Listen to me, Lumine. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, sister. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. Really? At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key. That's right. By the way, with this— Oh. First off, it seems like your brother is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald. Also, your brother said that he wants to— Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monster and Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed— So that's why your brother said that Dane— But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people, also, how come after all this time we've spent searching for your brother— Yeah, you're right, then we can't let ourselves get down. Our journey's not over yet. If your brother wants you to reach the end of your journey, come on, traveler, let's go. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both, and when the going gets tough, the tough get— He said we needed to reach the end and we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end. Don't mention it, partner. Although, where should we go next? If we— Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away? You're right. After all, everything that Yeah. Paimon bet she's the— Well, we've ruled out two gods so far. The Animo and Geo— Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! Let's see what she has to say.
I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like... Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're...
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing...
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your... You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need... And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
You're right! Paimon's sure Beto of all people will be able... But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take...
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored...
Then there's no time to lose!
if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon?
Huh?
Pay it no heed. I mean only to—
You're not far off, but I prefer. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my—
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Only if the mood takes me, of course.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Awesome.
I thought you might be here to sign up. The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that There are 2 important rules. 1, so you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think. 2, you can't take part. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to. And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's good.
But we didn't come here to take part in a—
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particular. Get this. It's a
Supplied by myself, as a matter of—
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, As for whether this shell has any practical application—
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from— Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, we're interested in—
Inazuma? You?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless vision, or a—
You just want her to take part in your—
What's wrong with that?
What are we gonna do?
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the end.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beta's... Hello?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria. The Clash is a comprehensive test of Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, we...
Me?
Uh-huh.
What? You... Not to mention, I've helped the mill. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of... I planted a left hook on the skinnier one. I stood my ground, of course. Around... I told you. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact...
Uh-huh. But for us, Alright, we're gonna keep...
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing...
Hey, youngster. If so, seems I
So you're also here for the...
You better believe it. From me? Obtaining a... No. It's not about what I want. I know how that sounds. I've passed every exam I've ever taken. Enjoyed numerous successful In most people's eyes, I am already a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to... I've also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, Of course, I also put in a... You don't mince your words. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you...
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. But this tournament is more than just a...
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
This master of yours must be pretty...
Famous? He's the founder of the Ling... You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded He's got to be a Grand Master or something. He's created many different styles. To the Ling Shan clan, he teaches a special technique known as
Force dispersal?
It's a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the... For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a...
It sure is, but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here.
But here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting increasingly... Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego.
Chinksa Village Arm Wrestling Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't... did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they...
I have to ask. Aren't you the trap? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if...
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard...
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though.
My apologies. I didn't mean to... It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors. So far, I've got... defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah! Also, don't forget to mention that the previous...
Whoa!
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Right, your registration is complete. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one...
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised...
There's another prize, too?
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract...
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, well, nobody Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking about that whole... Even though you don't have a vision, most people... So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. In any case, looking at the competition... Alright, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
So, what do you think, Kazuha?
Impressive. But I also observed...
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and... So, come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how... You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking you're, a lot of competitors... And since you signed up, we've had many other... Well, for one thing, we don't... So, I'm putting you...
Huh? But we only just...
This is how Captain Beidou works. Besides, at your level...
To be...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more... We're finally here, folks. The real...
Your opponent has fought... You may well be stronger than him. Very well.
All right, that's enough chit-chat.
Your opponent in the... I do not doubt your ability.
Relax. My girl...
Okay.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
Fist of fury.
I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the—
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid, but mine? I lost interest eventually. I fought and won again.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your—
No, I didn't. I only wanted to— Only in defeat can you understand your weak—
Wow!
If you have the chance in the future.
By the way—
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But so don't get too—
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find.
Ah, it's you! I myself was
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen—
Why, yes. I faltered for but a brick. Given my stature, I have no— Still, I'm sure he'll be no—
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but his opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my master about— Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining.
Oh, alright.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that you're not familiar, but you were quick to adapt. In fact,
I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who are—
Not exactly. Contenders. As for the guy you'll be facing, what's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you could—
If that is the case, then I haven't properly—
yeah, we could—
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions. But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in— I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. Given your talents—
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of— And besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on—
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mon—
Does one not leave a trail? However, there is only so much that can be discerned. Come with me.
Maybe we can go talk to Billy.
Now that we're alone, let me— You are skilled in manipulating the element.
Paimon knew that you were him.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, since a young age it is things of this nature.
As crazy as all that—
My humble ability to think a human could wield— And not to mention your incredibly complex—
Hey, stop evaluating us based—
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how— So then, might I be—
It's not— It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements to— Honestly, even Paimon doesn't—
Perhaps such unfathomable— However, Of course, I too— Now then.
Wind, hear me! Let me scribe!
Barbados, guide us. Fate is upon you. Go and fly!
Your skills... Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to... He relies entirely on the element of surprise. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to... Please, save your thanks. If anything, the world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with it.
I desire to know what meaning and what influences the god's decision to... My apologies. You... For allowing me the honor of witnessing your... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunter... Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such a long time.
She sounds less like an archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity... It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so...
If you have no other matters to attend to, very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain...
Why isn't he? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no... She strikes fear into the heart of Osaka.
Wow! I've been waiting for this.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the... But today's final round will... As for our other combatant... he's... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem... Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with...
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision...
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken exact. I never thought that...
No need to worry. Even the craftiest... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my...
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter... I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly...
Come with me. I can sense the wind.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Prepare yourself.
As a good knight should.
Go and fly! Delve into destiny. Wind,
Hear me.
Go as one!
You can't run from death.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Written in the stars.
Go as one!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still—
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking— Drat! If I only had a vision! Or if I could act it—
This has nothing to do with visions. Additionally, your chosen escape route was— In other words, you failed to meet any of the base—
You—
But most disappointing of all is it appears that the vision doesn't—
Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for—
Aha! So
I'd intended to win the contest through skill. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the since there was no use in trying to face you in the match. I was convinced I prepared third— Drat. I know an empty threat— Fine. But you'd—
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing—
Huh? You're not serious?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go...
I never would've— If this is where talking gets me, then forget it! I'll risk a fight!
I swear by my sword.
Go as one!
Just a temporary...
No! No! Do what you want, but please!
He has put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you. Such w-
No need for that. Thank you.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision from the moment he stole the— I've tried many other though few tales tell of a math after seeing you command multiple elements. Come, why don't you give it a try?
The vision...
I see. No matter. This was
Yeah, what's this?
The story begins with an old He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill. a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, "There must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow." Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to leave.
It's not unusual.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his... In which case, the Crux clash
Huh? So that's what... If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain, but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's more... Suffice it to say that if you... In the meantime...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Thank you. May both our... One final word of warning.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding your passage to Inazuma. Is that correct? Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last visited those lands. Unfortunately, I don't have any current intel that would be worth sharing with you.
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Once the crews have taken a... Captain Beidou sent me to come get you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course. There are many things that the captain insists upon. I'm sure you'll see for yourself once you're on board.
So you'll be heading off then? Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssos.
Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you and not...
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid for...
Okay, thanks for coming up.
Just following orders. I'll see you two aboard the Alcor.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome.
you finally made. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew of... Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
Oh, hi there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you...
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye!
Now then, first things first. We need to go...
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping...
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be... new here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What?
I just wanted to...
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with...
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sukoku, not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement. I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency. Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
2 million? For a...
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math.
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400.
Thank you ever so much, Monsieur. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee is... The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money. So it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth!
Exactly. It's at times like this that have... Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and...
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, so essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence...
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer is better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price.
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems. I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon.
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.